Hello everyone, this is Jason, CNCDXLFiles.com. We're going to discuss the Align, Distribute, Vertical, and Horizontal Tool exercise. What we've done is we've opened up the document in Adobe Illustrator CS6, and so now we're going to use the selection tool to select all three black boxes, this box, and this box. We can hold the Shift key down to select multiple boxes at once. So if I hold the Shift key down, I can click the selection tool. We'll click on this box. While the Shift key is down, we can click on this box and then this box as well. That's going to select all three boxes at the same time. We can let up off of the Shift key, and that's still going to allow it to be selected. So now what we're going to do is from the window drop-down menu, we're going to click on the window menu, and it's going to drop down. And we're going to go down here to Align, and it's going to bring up this box here. And what we're going to do is we're going to down to Distribute Objects. It says Align, Distribute Objects, and we're going to vertical distribute the top. So this is vertical distribute top. So if we do that, this is what happens. So if you see that, I'll just zoom in here real quick. I'm going to undo it, and I'm going to redo it. We'll undo it again, and then we'll just do it over here again. So you can see the center box was distributed between the top box and the bottom box. And so vertical distribute top. So it's basically going from this top box to the bottom box and distributing it through that center box. So that's why there's movement. So the black boxes should now look like this. They've been vertically distributed from the top box. So what I've done here is I'm actually showing you the gray box represents the boxes as they originally were without the vertical distribute top, and then what the black boxes look like after it's been distributed. So now you look, since we're talking vertically, we're talking from top to bottom or bottom to top. So the top box is over here, bottom box is over here, and what has happened is this center box has been moved up so that the distance between here and here and the distance here and here height-wise have been averaged out. So now we can move on to the next exercise here. It says use the selection tool to select all three boxes again. So we're going to do that again. 1, 2, and 3. And now this time we're going to distribute objects in the center. So when we do that, keep an eye on that center box. And again, it moved up again. So this time what it's doing is, we'll zoom in here, and instead of having just the center box move, the center box is staying the same, and it's moving the top box and the bottom box around so that the distance between here and here and here and here is equal. So we're doing that based off of the center box instead of the top box, as if what we did in the first example. So now we'll zoom back out a little bit further here. And so we're going to use the selection tool again, and we're going to select all three of these black boxes. You can either hold the Shift key down, or you can actually just draw a box around all of them. This might be a faster method for you. Draw a box around them, and that's going to select all three of them. And this time, instead of going vertical distribute center, we're going to go vertical distribute bottom. And let me move in a little bit closer so we can actually see the movement here. So we're going to do that. And you can see the bottom box bounce back up. So let's zoom in and see what we have here. So now what we have is we have the same distance between here and here, and here and here. And so it's very similar to what happened with vertical distribute top, except we'll be going off of the bottom. So the distance that the boxes are changing is identical. It's just in reverse. Instead of going off the top box, we're going off the bottom box. I like to use the distribute buttons for spacing, cut paths out, like the grills in cars or trucks, something where there's either vertical or horizontal lines that need to be equally spaced. I'll use some of these distribute functions. Let's see. Let's go here. Use the selection tool to select all three boxes, black boxes. And we're going to go horizontal distribute left, which is this right here. So let's draw a box around there, and you see it move to the left. Let's undo it here and zoom back in here. Zoom back in, and we'll hit that again. We'll hit the horizontal distribute left. So you're moving the box left. And so now, instead of dealing with vertical, we're dealing with horizontal distributions. Horizontal is left to right, or right to left. And so since we did it based off of the left side, that box in the center moved over. And if we zoom in a little bit further, I think we can see where the old existing boxes were. Maybe not. But you can see from the demonstration, I'm going to undo it, and we'll just hit it one more time, and you can see that it's actually moving over to create the same distance between here and here, and here and here. Let's see here. Actually, this is where we can actually see how much it moved over. So it actually moved over a considerable distance. So if you're looking to align horizontally, that left horizontal distribute is a pretty good tool. Okay, let's work through the other two here. We have the selection tool here. We're going to select all three black boxes again, and now we're going to distribute towards the center, horizontal distribute center. And as you can see, that center box moved to the left. We'll undo it and redo it one more time. Move to the left. And we can actually, well, it appears to move to the left, but in reality what's going on is these boxes are actually shifting to the right, it looks like. So basically your distance between here and here, left to right, and the distance between here and here, left to right, have been equalized out from the center box. A lot of these concepts will be demonstrated in future videos where I'm actually using it on design work and not just as examples. So we'll definitely explore these as it pertains to creating design work further down the road. So the last exercise we have here is we're going to from the drop-down menu, we're going to select a line, which we've already have the line out, so we can distribute the objects horizontally, distribute right. So we're going to do that horizontally, distribute right. So let's select all of them. Okay. And so you see the movement there. It's distributing those boxes horizontally based off of the right box. So since that center box was a little to the right side, it's going to move it to the left and even it out. So let's do that one time. You can actually see the box move. So if you zoom down into this example here, it actually shows you the gray box represents the original position, and the black box represents the final position after the horizontal distribute right function. Zoom back out here, and this concludes the tutorial on align, distribute, vertical, and horizontal tool exercise.